Okay, welcome back. All right, we're just going to continue on in our tutorial. So what we want to figure out now is how to teleport our player around the world. And the first thing we have to look at when we want to do that is these position coordinates that are on the top left-hand corner of your screen. And you're probably wondering, what are those things? So what those are is they tell you exactly where you are located in the world. So if I tap my A button or my D button here and I move from left to right, you can see that coordinate changes right there, and that is my X coordinate. So I guess you kind of think of it as my left to right coordinate. So you can see if I go this way, it'll actually go negative. All right. Now the middle coordinate is my Y coordinate, and that is just my up and down. So if I go up, if I was to fly right now, I could go way up and that would go positive. If I was to dig a hole down, it would go negative. The final one, the coordinate on the far right, is my Z coordinate, and that is forward and back. So you can see there, that's my forward and back coordinate. So that changes when I move back and forward with my W and S buttons. So what we want to do now is we want to change our coordinates by warping to a new place. So I'm just going to look, actually, I'm just going to position my character looking down a little bit. And if you remember, to get out of the Minecraft Pi window, we have to hit the tab button right there. So tap tab once. Once you tap tab, you'll notice you can bring your mouse right out of there. And we're going to go into look at our Thonny editor here. Now, you'll notice I put a new code just below that previous code that we had put in before that connects us into Minecraft. And this code has the variable MC in it. You can see the MC variable is just right there. So inside MC is all this good stuff right here. So we don't have to type all this out, we just have to type MC. So MC, and then a little dot notation, and then player, dot set position, and all this stuff that says player and set position is all coming in from that module Minecraft, which is great because we don't have to type all this code out. It's already been set up for us. So these are functions and objects that have already been set up for us. So basically it's saying get the player and then set the player's position to whatever we want it to. Whatever we put inside these two parentheses, these two little sort of these two little parentheses on the side here, whatever X, Y, and Z coordinate we put in there is where our player is going to warp to. So I'm just going to use my arrow keys there to move over inside those parentheses, and let's just put our player way up in the air. So right now we're at 1.3, 6.0, and 5.9. Don't worry about the decimal place after, that's not important. All that's important is the number before the decimal. So 1, 6, and 5. 1, 6, 5. Okay, so I'm going to put in 1. And I'm going to put in, instead of 6, I'm going to put myself way up in the air. So let's try 50. And then what was the last number? 5. Okay, so 1, 50, and 5 is hopefully going to shoot our player way up in the air. Now, to run this, there's two ways to run it. The first way I'm going to show you is just to click the play button. And the first thing it's going to do is, before it runs the code, it's going to ask you to save the code because you don't want to lose it, right? So we want to put our code inside the file folder called student work, which is right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on that file, and now it's blank, there's nothing in here. And I'm going to call my file lot, and then warp, I guess, lot warp. Okay, and I'm going to save that file just by grabbing my, oh, there it is right there. Click save. Now that it's saved, it actually runs the code. So let's try that again. So I'm just going to go over and click the play button here. And you can see it actually puts me 50 blocks up in the air. So I'll show you. If I click play and I look at that top number, it goes to 50 and it drops me way down. There's another way to run the code, and that is by hitting F5 right there. So if I hit F5, it will also run the code, which is kind of handy. Now, I've had some fun there, so why don't I just shoot myself to some other weird part in the world? So let's try, I don't know, like 54, 50, and I don't know, 30. Let's see where that puts us. So let's run that code. Okay, I am now in a completely different place, and when I click into my window, I can see that I'm somewhere totally different. Now, one thing you don't want to do is you want to use values between negative 125 and 125 for the x and z coordinates here. And let me show you what I mean by that. So this value here can either be negative 125 or 125. Same goes for this one here. This can be a negative 125 or 125. Don't go above those numbers or below those numbers, or you'll warp yourself outside the world. For the 50 in the middle, don't go above 64 and don't go below minus 64. So hopefully those will give you some parameters. All right, start warping yourself around and yeah, get a better idea of how to use this tool, because it's pretty cool. You can warp into all kinds of weird places in the Minecraft Pi. So start having fun. All right.